The next candidate is Christopher Noel, Master's Student in Cinema, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. The title of the presentation is A Bloody Dance, The Experience of Violent Video Games.
Whilst violence, such as killing and suffering, are thought of evil to eradicate, I'm essentially trying to maximize them for fun. Much has been written on video game violence, mainly about its impact, but not so much about what it actually is. I'm researching and describing the aesthetic, that is, the feeling of violence one has when playing such games. I'm studying the Doom video game franchise, which is quite violent, using a methodology stemming from psychotherapy, cognitive sciences, ontological philosophy, and of course, cultural and game studies. By describing the experience of playing a violent video game, my research aims to form a deeper understanding of the phenomenon and forming further advancement in video game studies. All of that to design a more violent yet unproblematic game, enabling this fundamental human experience in a safe and socially acceptable setting. Violence is a part of nature, a reality of the universe. It's present in many different mythologies, in turn being a lens through which we make sense of the world, our experience of it, and defining how we interact with each other. Emotions and consciousness arises from the body and its need for survival. Video games happen in a real-time simulated space involving the hands, eyes, and ears, embodying the player in an avatar, stimulating strong emotions about the survival of that fictive body. As violence is the main action modality of the gameplay, it is aestheticized, that is, made apparent and pleasurable to the senses, so that killing just comes plain fun. Classically, the hero's righteous quest of vengeance pits him against unredeemable, dehumanized agents, opposing his will, and whose only chance at salvation is through the blessing of a chainsaw, such as in the screenshot over here. Which in turn feeds the player character health and ammunition, fueling his bloodthirst. Violent games are usually quite hard, flooding the player with various subtle stimuli, eliciting visual feelings of anger and aggression, as well as demanding extreme focus to react appropriately to a wide range of encounters. As such, violence is not only visual, but present in all steps involving gameplay, perception, emotion, cognition, and actions. The player will usually die a bunch of times, creating frustration, which fuels a desire to kill the demons, and hence become better at this bloody dance of combat, making victory all the more satisfying through achieving a masterful virtuosity. Borrowing structure and images from the Christian mythos, the player is a hero slash ego slash saint, opposing a world of evil otherness, where the suffering of either's virtual flesh becomes sacrosanct redemption, forming what's called the myth of redemptive violence. Hopefully, I made you think about the subject deeper than you thought possible, and made you want to rip and tear demons.